Overhand Sports Fight Night recap: Ian Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates. Big takeaways from this fight night. Ian Machado Garry should either go against Leon Edwards or Shavkat. I do not think that him going straight for Bilal or Jack Della Molina, if he manages to win against Bilal in 2 weeks, is going to be the right move. I think Sean Brady deserves a title shot before Ian Machado Garry, but I do like Ian Machado Garry being the backup for that fight. Carlos Prates should get the loser of Usman versus Buckley, or maybe Burns versus Morales. I think that's the next move for him. Right now, I don't think anybody higher than Ian Machado Garry really makes sense based on this performance. He just got outclassed completely by Ian Machado Garry. So I think keeping him somewhere in those lower rankings makes the most sense. Zhang is ready for a real challenge. I think you can give him Nikita Karlov or Johnny Walker, somebody real that has some, actual fight left in them. Nothing against Anthony Smith. I just don't feel that there was a really big need for this fight other than Anthony Smith's retirement fight. He went out fighting. He did what he could do, but Zhang just looked absolutely dominant. I think he's ready for a real challenge. David Onama is a really one-dimensional fighter. I think Giga just kind of proved that. David didn't really look that great. I'm going to be honest. He was able to kind of stand and strike with Giga, but at the end of the day, he won those 2 rounds because he took it to the ground and he just held him down. Granted, yeah, Giga should have been able to get back up, but we're kind of at this weird spot with the UFC where we see a lot of fighters do this, and it just is what it is. At the end of the day, it's part of the sport, it's part of the game. But I do feel like David should get somebody maybe a little bit more skillful, like Lerone Murphy. I'm not the biggest Lerone Murphy guy, but I do feel like he would be a good matchup for David Onama and maybe even fraud check him. Abus and Michelle both need to work on their tanks. That fight was not that great. Abus should move up to 14, and Ikram, who got a really quick TKO, maybe a little bit early of a stoppage, should fight him. I think that'd be a good fight for Ikram because he hasn't really had anybody to fight since he lost to Robert Whitaker, and Robert Whitaker is ranked in the top 5. So I'm not really sure why he was taking somebody that isn't ranked, and fighting them on this card. It didn't really make sense to me. I think Ikram is ready for the next step in his career. Randy Brown also is ready for big fights. I think they should give him a chance to crack the rankings, fight MVP, fight Carlos Prates, if that makes sense, fight the loser of Burns versus Morales. Overall, really fun card. Really excited for next week. Sandhagen versus Figueroa. That's going to be really good, leading into Bilal versus JDM.